Hi everybody, it's Miss Toth here. Last week I was showing you a book. It was called The OK Book, and we were celebrating how sometimes it's okay to be okay at things, and we don't need to be experts. Sometimes we end up kind of getting stuck though. Have you ever felt like you're getting stuck if you're starting to learn new things or if you're doing something and you know you can do it, but your brain is just not there? And then all of a sudden, all these emotions, all these feelings start to boil up. You might remember me talking about this school year when our life is kind of going this way, and we're yeah, I'm getting it. I might be understanding math, or yeah, I'm getting it. I'm totally able to read, and then all of a sudden you go, I don't feel great about it. Oh, as a matter of fact, oh, I'm feeling so upset about it. Oh, I'm so angry, and I can't get out of this stuck. And no matter how much your mom and dad might help you, or however much your brother and sister might try to tell you it's okay, you just can't get past that. And you get into this feeling of maybe feeling angry or frustrated. You might maybe show this being stuck as maybe crying or yelling or slamming a door. You're stuck. And some of the words that you might be saying when you're down in this spot is, I can never do this. I can't get this. I'm not good enough. And sometimes you might say words that might even feel worse than that. Um, and this is part of where you're stuck. This is where you're in this thing. It's called a fixed mindset. Okay, and what that means is right now you can't move past that. You feel like you are where you're at and you will never grow and you will never change. What we want to do is we want to move you out of this pit of despair and realize that sometimes life is a series of ups and maybe a little bit of downs. But the thing is that we can keep growing and changing. And instead of being fixed and stuck and angry and feeling like you're never going to get out of that pit of despair, you have something called a growth mindset. So when you're saying something like, I can never get this, what you can say instead is, I can't do this. Maybe what you should try to say instead is, I can't get it yet, but I'm going to. If you're doing math and maybe multiplication is kind of challenging for you, instead of saying, oh, this is so dumb, oh, you can say, man, I'm feeling really frustrated. This is really challenging. I'm not quite there yet, but with practice, I'm going to. Or if you're reading a book and you really want to read those chapter books, but everything is just feeling frustrating and upsetting and you're stuck down here, instead of saying, I can't read, you can say, I'm not ready to read chapter books yet, but if I ask my mom and dad nicely, I'm sure I'll get there soon enough. And by saying that, you can tell that you are on your way to growing and learning and moving on. Okay? Sometimes it takes us a long time. I told you the story about how multiplication was really hard for me, even in grade 4 and in grade 5, and even in grade 8, it was hard for me. I had to practice at it. And I had to say to myself, I've been working on it a long time. I can see I've gotten better. It's just taking me a little bit more time. Now, moms and dads, instead of saying, oh, this is frustrating, we can say, and teachers say too, I can see it's challenging for you, but think back to where you were last week when you didn't even know what multiplication was. And now you can show pictures to demonstrate your learning. You can use Cheerios to show regrouping, right? To show your groups. I can see that you're growing. Even though you want to be way up here yet, we have to take steps to grow. So I want to show you a story. The story that I'd like you to watch right after you finish this video is not me reading it, it's somebody else. And the story is a classic. It's called Whistle for Willie, and it's about a boy named, I think his name's Peter, and he really, really wants to learn how to whistle. And for some of you, you can whistle. We've talked about this in the classroom. Some of you whistle really, really well, and we're able to learn it really quickly. And some of you have taken a long, long time, and some of you still are not there yet. this is the story about a boy who is showing how he doesn't give up. He has to practice and practice and practice and say those positive words to grow. Now, your job at the end of the story is to have a conversation with your mom and dad about growth mindset, about how you can change some of those negative words, their negative self-talk that you're having to yourself when maybe you're doing some of your schoolwork, whether it's math or writing or reading or cleaning up your bedroom or helping with chores around your house, how you can maybe change some of that negative talk about I'll never get this, this is dumb, I can't do this, to positive self-talk. I can't do this yet, but with practice I can. Okay, that's what you're going to try. Mwah. Miss you so much. Watch the story next.